Alright guys, welcome to another session of computer applications. If you remember last time we were looking at creating folders and coloring them. We looked at making sure to name your files uniquely so that you can find them, you know what's going on. For today's lesson we're going to look at the different things that you can do to make your document look unique, look different, look pretty. So to do that I went ahead and I copied Abraham Lincoln's Gettysburg Address. And we'll use it as a demonstration tool. So one of the first things we're going to look at is font size. Hopefully you're familiar with this a little bit, but if you notice up here you've got your font size, you've got a whole host of different menus that you can pick from, choose from, select from. If you don't like any of these, let's say 48's too big, you can type in your own custom size. We can make it size 40, which is a little bit smaller. In addition to that, you also have the ability to change your text color. You can change different things red. You can change them pink. You can change them green if you really want to. You can change whole different sections. We can make it orange. So you have all of those different text colors there. Right? Make sure that you have the text panel highlighted though, or selected. Otherwise, if you're doing the highlight thing, it's going to end up putting a bar over it, and that's not what you want. You want to make sure that you have text there. Another thing that you can look at, if you see you've got custom down here at the bottom, there's a whole host of custom colors that you can choose from as well. If you notice, you can slide this bar up, it'll make it white and to show you the entire color spectrum that you can choose from here. You've got all kinds of different things, and if you want, you can change the saturation level, make it darker, you can make it lighter. If you want, you can even look online and find the computer number for your favorite color. If you've got, hot cherry pink, or I don't know, some color there, you can put in its hex code and it will pull that up for you automatically. So you have those colors there. In addition to that, you'll notice that there are these 4 buttons here right in a row. One of them is going to always be selected by default. Usually it's this left align button. And what that means is all of your text is aligned on the left-hand side of the page. That's where it will all start from. When you click down, hit return, your cursor automatically goes to the left-hand side of the page. You hopefully will become familiar with the center align button. This makes it really easy to center your title text in the page as you're going forward. So you've got those there. Right align, you'll notice it moves my cursor to the right hand side of the page, and I can actually even show you with this document here, right? You can right align it, so now all of the text starts on the right hand side of the page as it's going forward. Now this last one's a little bit tricky, and we'll use it in a couple of different projects, but it's the one called Justify Align. Now if you notice, right, everything starts on the left-hand column again, but it's different than left align. And you can especially see it here in the top in this 4-7. Right? Notice all of the space that is put between the different words, so you can even see it here in this paragraph too. Lots of space, the words are spaced out. If you actually took the time to print this out and measure it, you'd see that the spaces are pretty much uniform all the way across. They have everything spaced out evenly. And this is usually how like newspapers or magazines, different periodicals and things, how they print their text, because it's easier to read, especially for a long period of time. So just something to keep in mind there with that. All right, the next thing we're going to look at is underneath the File menu, right? File menu, we're going to come down to Page Setup. So File, Page Setup. Underneath there, you'll see that you can set up your page. You can change it, portrait, landscape. Leave it in portrait for now for your project. But you'll notice you have over here the margins. Now if you don't know, your margin is what runs all the way around your page. It helps with making sure your text looks good. It helps with printing and different things. When I have you do projects, usually I'm going to have you, change them to about 0.5. But your assignment instructions will tell you what they should be for sure. I would never do a margin smaller than about 0.25 if you're going to print it out. because what's going to happen there is the printer is going to look at it and it's going to start printing, but it's not going to be able to print all the way to the edge. So it's going to start missing your first couple of characters. But you've got your margins there that you can change. The other thing you can change, you notice you've got page color as well here. And this is exactly the same as your text color. You've got, this whole palette of different colors you can choose from, or you can make your own. You can change it to, whatever color you want. Let's just do this one for the sake of argument. Now you notice, right, my margins now went to 0.5 all the way around, and my page is this weird yellow looking color. Okay? So you've got all of those different things that you can do there. One of the other things you're going to need for this project is pictures. Right? Pictures are a wonderful way to display things, to show things off. For that, you're going to come to the Insert menu. You're going to go Insert, you're going to go Image, and from there you've got a bunch of different things you can do. Right? You can insert the image by upload, so you can download it and then upload it. Right? Choose an image to upload. It'll show up here in your File menu. You can find that. You can take a snapshot. You can do it by URL. So let's take a look at a couple of these here. So let's say we've got the Gettysburg Address. Let's say we want a picture of Abraham Lincoln doing the Gettysburg Address. Let's do this one here. It's a pretty big picture, right? So we'll view the image. So we've got now this picture of Abraham Lincoln, and we want to add it to our document. So we're going to go ahead and copy it, and we'll come to our document and we'll paste it. Right? It'll find the image, pull it down, click Select, and ta-da! Abraham Lincoln is in. All right. Now you've got different sizing handles so that you can click and drag. You can make the picture bigger and smaller. The little dot here will allow you to rotate it, and you can change its direction, different things there. But one of the other things I always like to highlight is the inline wrap text break text here. So if you notice, what happens now is if I put the picture inside with the text wraps around it, right? Or it goes in line with what's going on. So, right? So because of where I put it, the here and the ERE are separated. Right? If I moved it back just a little bit more, there's here. So it's in line with the text. I don't like that. I don't think it looks really good. So what we're going to do is we're going to cause it to, let's try break text first. Right? Break text looks a little bit similar, but it breaks it up on the punctuation instead of on the word itself. Right? So you've got the break in the text there. This last one, wrap text, this one's my favorite, and it's probably going to be the one that you use most with your projects because it causes the text to wrap around the picture, which is usually how most of us think. So you can move that and modify it with different things there. All right, let's say that we didn't want to do that. We could actually save this image to the computer. Right? We'll just save it. It's downloaded. That's awesome. We can come back here, right? Insert. Oops, got to click off the picture first. Insert image. We're going to upload it. Click on our image. Click open. Uploads. There it is again, right? So you have those things there too. So you can play around with that, get familiar with how to get images and pictures into your file. Now here's the last thing that's going to be useful for your project. Click off picture here. Right? You're going to go to the Insert menu. You're going to go to Insert Drawing. Right? Insert Drawing. Because one of the things that you have to do for this first project is you have to create word art. So this menu is going to pop up, the drawing window. You're going to go to Actions. You're going to go down to Word Art. And you're going to type in your name. And your name is going to appear in Word Art. So you're going to notice, you can do different fill colors. You can change, how it looks. Let's do green. You can change the line around it and do green and yellow. You can make your lines bigger or smaller. You can change how they look. You can change the text size if you want to. I don't know, make it calligraphy. All right, so you've got this word art now that you can You can change its position, its orientation, click Save, and there it is. All right. So those are going to be the primary things that you're looking at as you're doing this this project. I know this video is a little bit on the long side, but there's a lot of different things that you can do that you can go back and look at it. So I'll let you go ahead and get started with all of those.